hello. I don't know who's here. I don't know if you can hear me or anything either. Sorry. I hit my microphone again. Sorry. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a long time. And I haven't ever streamed this game, so I hope everything looks mostly okay. I am definitely trying some new things. I have a little picture of me that a friend drew. I have background type stuff, and I have the very loud and very non-Pokemon-like background music of this gameplay. So I hope you can hear me okay, whoever is here, if indeed that is anyone at all, which it probably is. But yeah, I'm hoping people do actually show up at some point. Because even though I like playing this game on my own, I want other people to see too, which is why I'm streaming it. And I think it's fun. So, hopefully people can, yeah. The background music is really loud, I'm sorry. It's not like this for the rest of the game. But I want to leave it on here so that anyone who sees and cares about my stream notification and joins in the next minute or two will at least get to see the intro of the game, which is interesting. It's a very interesting intro. I'm just going to chat a bit about this game, if nothing else to remind myself. This is, as you can tell, a Pokemon fan game. But it's very different from most Pokemon fan games, as you will see if you watch for any length of time. It's not a typical Pokemon RPG. It is an RPG Maker, but it's not an RPG Maker XP like most Pokemon fan games are. It's an older version. And it mostly is on a sort of Final Fantasy 7 or 8 style battle system. And you'll see how that works very quickly. So it's actually 4-on-4 Pokemon, up to 4-on-4. And yeah, if you, and the storyline is certainly very interesting and very non-typical Pokemon style. As you'll also see if you watch very soon. And there are just overall a lot of differences. I see the music is finally fading out, so I can maybe talk at a more regular volume, at least until it starts up again, which it is now. And you can certainly hear now, even more so, that it is not a typical Pokemon style of music. Most of the game actually is more Pokemon style, but with a lot of Final Fantasy. And you hear a lot of Final Fantasy sound effects, music, along with the battle system, of course. But it is in a Pokemon environment. There's no Final Fantasy IP, so to speak, just the overall, some of the game mechanics, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I don't think anyone's here. I see one person in chat. That's probably me, because I do have my screen open after all. All set up to show the chat as well, but now the chat is just sort of floating. I'm sure there is a way to document this somehow, but I don't know what that is. Oh, hi. Hi, Annie. Yes, the music is a little loud. Okay, let me just adjust that. Yeah, the intro is very loud. The rest of the game is not quite so loud. So you know what, now that one person is here, well, maybe many people, depending on how you count. But now that Annie is here, I guess I'll start. Okay. Yeah, the rest of the music is not nearly so loud as the intro, but I will try turning down the music just to be safe, so hopefully you can understand me. Yeah. So, we are now starting the actual game, and here is Professor Oak. Hello. Hello. Welcome. My name is Oak. I am a professor. Very, very clear. Thank you, Professor Oak. You are in a world where humans live alongside creatures called Pokemon. Pokemon are powerful creatures that possess fantastic abilities. You see, I research Pokemon. this is a Pokemon. This is also a Pokemon. There are hundreds of different kinds of Pokemon. If you're not aware, the reason why Nidorino and Gengar are here, as well as in the opening of Red and Blue and so on, they were actually the first two Pokemon designed, or the first two Pokemon fully designed. So that's why they appear in a lot of places like this. They were actually the first two Pokemon. So as you can see, my character is a bit confused. He doesn't seem to have come into this from the normal path, and you might also see Professor Oak looks a little weird. Anyway, Pokemon live together with humans and support each other. Some people play with Pokemon, other people battle with Pokemon. Me, I research Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm pretty confused at this point. Here are the controls of the game. The controls are actually very simple, even compared to a lot of RPG Maker games. It's very second-gen themed, as you'll see more soon. We have move, confirm, and cancel. There's also shortcuts for the bike, a quick select, which is pretty useful at times, and hopefully I will not hit F12 at any point today. What is your name? Asks Missing No. So yeah. Unfortunately, in this game there is only a guide trainer, as far as I know. But I am just going to still put in Kyuki. It's a nice name. I think so, at least. And continue. Sorry, just had talking to someone. Okay, so yes, I am dreaming apparently, and now things start to get really weird. Pokemon says, "Urgh." And yeah, I think I'm dreaming. You are the only one who can do it. Your story is about to unfold. Avoid null exception. Need Scizor 61. Maybe we'll find out what those mean later, or maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, we are in a very, very normal room. Very normal room. Very gold silver pilled, which is how I prefer it. So yeah, we're just waking up from a dream. Everything looks normal. That was a Metal Gear reference. See, I actually beat Metal Gear Solid. But I must admit, I think near the end I sort of fast-forwarded a bit, so I may have missed some of the references. But yeah, we're in a very big and very, very empty room. Oh, see, I never beat Metal Gear Solid 2. I probably should at that point. I watched someone play most of it when I was in daycare, but I never really played it myself. Yeah, so here's my home computer. We have a couple options. Fast travel, not available yet. Oh, you see, we can buy houses. Amazing. We have options, battle options, challenge mode, I guess is enabled by default, so I'll leave it on. Battle music, you can actually set different battle music. I'm just going to leave that on normal for now. Yeah, so in battle speed, I'll leave that on normal also. So the encounter bar, what was 200 something? Sorry, I'm confused. Anyway, so there's actually, you can actually enable a bar that sort of builds up, and when it's filled, that's when the encounter starts. I'm going to leave that off because, I don't know, it causes stress. Map transitions, well, it's not that important. I'm going to customize my room because it's a little empty. On the desk, we have a radio. Next to the desk, I'll get a plant, some fresh air. We're not going to have any trash. In the middle of the room, I don't think we need a statue. I'll go with the television set for now. Sorry, more Discord chats. Let's see. Shelves, appliances, decorations. Any suggestions in the chat? Suggestions in the chat while I deal with my private messages? No suggestions in the chat? Okay, shelves. Shelves has it. Brown, white, or shelf. Flavored shelf. I'll go with brown. Yeah, I think it matches the floor. And then the piece the resistance to the conclusion, we have a Pokemon toy. Charmander, Jigglypuff, and Pikachu. It's not much of a contest, to be honest. I'm gonna go with Jigglypuff. Because Jigglypuff is nice. And now our room, which we will probably never ever return to again, even for a little bit, is all nice and complete. So we're gonna leave. So if you haven't seen me play a game before, I'm the kind of person who's going to check everything, just to be safe. Okay, excuse me, there are lots of reasons I would want to read a book while playing a game. Some might say that those are my favorite types of games, but anyway, I guess our player character is not going to do that. Stove and oven, the sink, yeah, it's so weird. There's a lot of furniture missing, if you really think about it. So anyway, let's talk to our mom. Good morning, dear. Morning, Mom. It's the first day of summer vacation. What are you planning to do these holidays? I already told you, Mom. I'm going to be a Pokemon trainer. Oh, that sounds wonderful. You should go ask Professor Sid for a Pokemon. I don't know if you heard me at the beginning. This game is a lot of Final Fantasy elements and a lot of Final Fantasy references. And if you don't know, I'm pretty sure there's a character named Sid in every Final Fantasy game, so that's probably where that comes from. Anyway, we get some very useful items. I'll just go through the tutorial just in case. So we have a phone. Any second-gen players like me know phone's very important. You can call people. Bike to go fast. Can't use it indoors, unfortunately. Shift opens it. We have a quest log. This game has tons of side quests. Everyone loves side quests. Side quests are the best. And we can keep track of them. Even a trophy system. World map. Map is good, and in case I forget where I'm going, which will probably happen at some point, it will show you where you're supposed to go, which, I mean, it's nice sometimes to have to figure out where you're supposed to go, but I guess that doesn't happen very often in Pokemon games. Anyway, yeah, gonna call Mom every day just for sure, almost like a real mom. But it's time to go. Of course, our first destination is the Professor's Lab. Here's where we start off in Armtown. You can see definitely second gen, definitely those bright colors, those pixels. Could have been rendered on a Game Boy, and was. So, hidden items. Everyone loves hidden items. This game actually does hidden items a bit differently from most Pokemon games, that you have to stand on the hidden item and press the confirm button in order to select them. So here we have a very suspicious patch of dark ground. We stand on it, press Z, and we get a potion. Things are wide in this game. I think it's just how second gen was. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I don't think I messed with the dimensions of the game streaming window. I could have, but I think this is just how second gen was. Of course, I'm going to check everything first, because that's how I am. Yeah, this game has an interesting sense of humor sometimes. Oh yeah, everything is further apart. Well, so the actual second gen games had very limited memory space. I think the whole game is like 8 megabits, so they didn't have a lot of room to fit things in. This game obviously has more room. So here we're actually going to get our first side quest, the Beetle Collection quest. We get $200, which is not that much, and a blue ribbon. So this game has a very interesting item system. It's not like Pokemon, it's really more like Final Fantasy. But I'll show everyone how that looks once I actually get a Pokemon. First is the house beetle. They can be found on small indoor plants in a house. I wonder where it is. There it is, the indoor beetle. Step 2. The green beetle, found on small bushes. Well, there are none in the house, but I think, well, those look like green bushes. Nope. 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 Well, hopefully there are more around here somewhere. And there it is, the green beetle. Now, to anyone who's played Gold or Silver, this probably looks pretty familiar, but we'll come back to this guy soon. And we see, maybe the professor isn't so generous after all. But we're just going to continue with our side quest. Yeah, here's how the quick select works. It's pretty nice, actually. I'm holding shift. You can switch between all these nice items. Here's the bike. And you can actually just tap shift to get on the bike, which is what I'm doing now. It's a bit weird with arrow keys, especially with my mechanical keyboard. But if you're going a long distance, it definitely helps. The brown beetle found on wooden fences, but as you can probably assume, it's found on brown fences, not these white ones. There aren't that many brown fences, so I'm just going to check those real quick. It's not on any of these. Hey, Silver. The brown beetle was over here. Yeah, you're probably not surprised that he's acting a little bit suspicious. But anyway, let's move on. 2 more beetles to go. You might be able to guess what the next one is. It's the white beetle, who appears on the white picket fences. So there are a few more of those, but hey, it's right here. I don't think it's random. I think that's a bit complicated for this game. I think it's, they just sort of wanted to make it easy for you. So yeah, the hazel beetle, I guess this is hazel. He appears on cut trees, and there's one right here. We will get a method of cutting soon. Okay, let me turn the game down just a tiny bit more. I know, yeah, the audio is a bit weird. But yeah, sorry about that. I haven't streamed in a long time. This game's sound effects this game's sound in general is a bit weird. So yeah, as you can see, we've collected all the beetles. His beetle collection is complete. My first side quest is complete. We collect the blue ribbon and $200. This game does not use yen or polka dollars or polka yen or whatever you want to call them. It just uses normal dollars. So let's just look at the quest log. So yeah, the quests it's a very interesting system here. You see they're sort of listed in separate columns. And they're actually listed by trophies, so you get a trophy for completing each quest. Here's the beetle quest, which I just did. You can scroll through all the rest of these quests. There's going to be a salesman quest, a flower eating bugs quest, a picnic basket quest, a whole bunch of different quests. Now the rest of them some of the endgame ones are hidden, but we'll get to those eventually. You might see they're corrupt Pokemon. It's a bit different. You might have also seen in the menu that I'm actually in my party for right now. Unfortunately, while I have lots of HP, I have no attacks, so it's not going to be battling against the Pokemon myself. So this guy has the diagram of the controls, just in case I forgot. It's very hard to forget because it's just arrow key Z and X, and then shift for the bike and the quick select. Anyway, let's move on with the game and go to the lab. Talk to Professor Sid. Oh, hello, child. What do you want? I want a Pokemon. Yeah, so Sid is not quite as generous as Oak and Elm. Yeah, she researches Pokemon, doesn't hand them out for free. Okay, let me see if I can boost the mic. Hold on just a second. Okay. Yeah, I might be able to boost the mic. No, not that. Actually, does this help at all? Technotoad? Let me know if I'm not sure if that actually boosted the mic or not. Hopefully it did. Yeah, my sound settings are acting sort of weird. But yeah, I guess if I want a Pokemon, I'm gonna have to go to Orm Creek and hunt one myself. How am I gonna hunt one myself? I don't have any Pokemon. No Pokeballs. Oh, well, this guy looks like he might be helpful. Oh, Larry, don't go that way. Why? I was collecting some berries by the creek. Then I heard something behind me. It was a monster. It was gigantic. Are you sure it wasn't just a Pokemon? I knew you wouldn't believe me. Go check out the creek. It's probably still wandering around up there. Yeah, so, well, I guess we're gonna find this, monster. I'm trying to improve the sound, just let me know. I probably need a better microphone too. This is a really old, cheap plastic stick mic I'm using. I use it for work a lot. Okay, let me just try one more thing before I go any further. Okay, I'm going to go into the device properties. No, not that device. Let's try the microphone. Give it a boost. Yeah, this music is quieter. I'm going to boost my microphone though, because it's up as far as it can go. And I see it's still pretty quiet. Does that help at all with the microphone? Hopefully it should. I just boosted myself. Okay, yeah, I just boosted myself by 10 decibels. I'm going to turn up the game music a little more, which will hopefully balance it out. Okay, that's good. So we are, oh, look over there. There's something to see. We are going to have to go through some tall grass first. Berry tree. I love the original berry trees. And the original berries. We have a mint berry instead of, I think that's a wake-up berry, so it would be a, I can't remember which new berry wakes you up. Maybe the Aspire berry. Yeah, I actually really don't like mint. But yeah, we got a mint berry. We got a repel. Yeah, I sort of want to have a wild encounter, not that I can do anything with it. Yes, suddenly the music got a lot louder. Hopefully you can still hear me. But we are with a Weedle, and there's not actually I can do anything than use an item, defend, and escape. So I will escape. You saw there briefly the battle system looked very different. I'm actually going to change something. I will describe the battle system in much more detail once we get in a battle I can actually participate in. So yeah, let's get this Eevee. Eevee! Bye-bye, Eevee. Come back. Well, of course we have to get the items. I mean, come on. 3 awakening. So, go away, bot. Let's ban the bot for being a bot. Yeah, so this was made in RPG Maker, like most Pokemon fan games. This was actually made in an older version of RPG Maker. Most Pokemon fan games are made in RPG Maker XP with the Pokemon Essentials kit. This was actually made in RPG Maker 2003 with a totally different kit, which is part of why it looks very different. But obviously that was their intent, to not make, something that behaves like any other Pokemon game. Okay, there's the Eevee over here. Eevee! Still running away. We got an old crown. So again, as I said before, items work very differently. I'll show you how they work once I get something to equip them to. Yeah, the battle music, I believe it's Final Fantasy VIII music. It's a bit blustery, but you get used to it. Another potion. So very different from Pokemon Potion, recovers 250 HP. Again, a lot of the items in here, for example, Awakening, that's a Final Fantasy item. The potions, I think in at least one Final Fantasy game they recovered 300 HP. So yeah, here's our Eevee, stuck inside private property. Hello Eevee, please be friendly. Eevee! It's a Pokemon. Gee, how could I figure that out? Yeah, of course I'm a good person, so I'm not just gonna take it. That would be bad. But these guys, Biggs and Wedge, these are also Final Fantasy stock characters. But in this game, they're Team Rocket members. They are looking for an Eevee that has some kind of special power. Maybe the fact that the game was called Super Pokemon Eevee Edition might have clued you into that. But yeah, they're trying to steal it. They're not very smart, like most stock villains and like most Team Rocket members, but they figured it out eventually. Yeah. So it's a bit different from Ash's Pikachu. You'll see how very soon. Do I know who you are? No, you're just normal guys. Oh, yeah, you're Team Rocket. The greatest criminal organization, well, I would question that. I'm not sure they've ever actually succeeded in anything. But yeah. A Pokemon battle. Yeah, I guess they don't have, guns or anything like that. Yeah, I was just reading the creator's retrospective. They did use a lot of Metal Gear Solid references for various things in this game. Yeah, so this is actually one of my favorite pieces of video game music. This is the Final Fantasy VII boss music. So, this is a very weak trainer. He has a level 3 magic card. So, I believe it should be paused. You can actually have this be in real time, but I have it pause whenever it's my turn, basically. So each Pokemon has what's called an active time meter, again like in Final Fantasy, it gradually fills. When it's filled up, you can attack. So in this game, the attacks are Pokemon attacks, but they work a little differently. You have Tackle, Tail Whip, Helping Hand, and Recharge. So power points are actually shared among all your moves. You see I have 54 out of 54 power points. if you run out, the only thing you can use is recharge, which restores your power points. The whole team thing is actually relatively new. It used to be just that one Pokemon. So again, well, I guess our main option is to tackle it. Yeah, no struggle. I think it used to have struggle instead of recharge, but they changed that. So yeah, Magikarp is using Splash, which does nothing, and I'm using Tackle, which does something, so this is going to go very well for me. Magikarp is... Sorry again, what do you mean off sound effects? Or is that an abbreviation for something? Yeah, so we got 60 HP, we got $3, and we got fish meat. Eevee also leveled up, which is nice. Oh, I don't know what off the game is, to be honest. But yeah, they probably use some sound library. Eon! That's a little different. But yeah, Biggs was defeated. Yeah, I wonder why he lost. His only Pokemon is a level 3 Magikarp. He's not exactly a very strong battler. Oh, something's happening. Oh, and Eevee has evolved into Vaporeon. No copy pastas. But yeah, that was sudden. I wonder if there's a water stone around here somewhere. What? How did it evolve? No matter, I'll defeat it. Yeah, this... probably not going to happen, but I guess we'll see. He has a level 4 Rattata, which is slightly better. You see that our moves have changed, and our sets have changed. I have 788 hit points, I have a lot more power points, and I have Water Gun. You see at the top, this game does have the standard Pokemon types. It has, you know, advantage, disadvantage. The exclamation point, I think, is just the power, and then we do actually have physical and special. So yeah, this is going to go very quickly for this poor Rattata. You see actually that our bars are increasing at different rates. The bars increase at a rate equal to your speed. And yeah, that was easy. V! Why would it say that, I wonder? But yeah, Biggs and Wedge. Uh-oh, emergency Pokemon. And suddenly Vaporeon is now a Jolteon. How did that happen? I guess we'll see. Could it be the special power? Yeah, I'm not sure the whole special Pokemon thing was a really good strategy, especially because even in this game you can use up to 4 Pokemon at a time. But, you would certainly expect a evil organization to take advantage of that. Anyway, yeah, their special Pokemon are both flying type apparently, so that's not very good for them. I know that the way this is going, yeah, so you see now Jolteon's bar fills up significantly faster than Hooted's. Jolteon is very, very good to use in this game. Yeah, there are stat moves. A lot of the effects aren't really the same in this. Like, for example, I don't think Thundershock has a chance to paralyze. I'm not sure paralysis even exists in this game. The effects are definitely different because it is sort of in the Final Fantasy type battle system. But it's still Pokemon, you know? Well, you see, there is a way eventually to get around that, but we'll see that later. Anyway, Biggs and Wedge, the goons, are definitely defeated. Can't run away from kids. Well, I think the Jolteon will have something to say about that. Well then, how about a tactical retreat? A tactical retreat? Great idea, Biggs. Let's get out of here. So, there's their tactical retreat. And here comes Professor Oak. Yeah, so definitely a Metal Gear Solid alert sound. You'll be hearing that a lot. Eevee, you've evolved. Amazing. Pheee! See, people keep not noticing this cry keeps changing. Sort of funny how that works. Oh yeah, my name's Kiyuki. Who are you? I'm the owner of this Eevee. This is my house. Lab, to be more precise. It's not much of a lab for Professor Oak, really. You look strangely familiar, like I've seen you in a dream or something. I think that dream might mean something. Anyway, Eevee is back to, well, Eevee. So, yeah, Eevee does have a special power, as you're probably guessing. This Eevee is not a normal Pokemon. It has corrupted DNA structure. What's important is that it gives this Eevee the ability to switch evolutions. Cool. So yes, it is possible to evolve into any form. So far he's only got it to change into Vaporeon, but apparently it can also do Jolteon. Hey, altering is a strong word, you know. Team Missile or something. It was a great battle. I mean, from our perspective, it was a great battle. It needs battle experience to grow. I mean, Oak is a lot more generous than Sid, that's for sure. So, we're going to be Eevee's trainer. Of course Eevee needs a trainer. It needs to battle Pokemon. It needs to see the world. Too busy, lazy to train it myself. This game does have some grammar and spelling errors, but it's okay. Aww, it's cute. I always want to say no, but I'll say yes. Me! I'm a trainer. I need to carry this. Oh, the trainer ID. What all trainers must carry with them. I always wonder how, like, the official, you know, Pokemon League governance structure works and why and how. I sort of want to make a game based on that. Like, why are things the way it is? Wait, how did you get my picture? Yeah, so this is the special item that lets Eevee be, well, super. It allows me to choose what form I want Eevee to be in. So it's very simple. I go to the bag, I open the Tetra element. The number after it is actually the number of current forms. So you see, right now, I can choose normal, water, and electric. Later there'll be psychic and dark. There might be more forms later, I don't know. I don't think this tutorial has changed much in a long time. But yeah, each form, as I already said, are different. The percentages will stay the same. Yeah, this is a very old interface. This game has changed a lot since then. And yeah, you can even use it during battle. But yeah, we're going to go to the Pokemon Academy, it's southwest of here. It'll be a perfect first training exercise for Eevee, and more importantly for me. Three-eyed Eevee. Was it three-eyed? Maybe. We'll face many trials and tribulations, character development, and plot twists. Yeah, Oak might be just a little bit plot aware here. Best of luck. Are we ready for an epic adventure? V! So we have Eevee. I'm actually not gonna do nicknames. I often don't, and I think for Eevee at least it should stay Eevee. I'm gonna keep it electric just because electric is fast, and in this game speed is king because it means extra turns. Yeah, so stats, attacks, transfer, we don't need all that stuff. It's labeled Shiny Converter 2000. You can get items in this game, I believe, that you can take there to make your Pokemon shiny. Yeah, so you may have guessed by my little overlay over here, we were always going to get Eevee as our first Pokemon. And no, I'm not going to be changing that constantly. I will try to add the other Pokemon to this overlay as we catch them, if I remember. You can remind me if I don't remember. Looks like my part is done. So yeah, Oak is definitely aware that something else is going on. And oh, something else is going on. It has begun. Now we wait 28 days until the reboot. Boss, what about M's threat? M's threat is just that, an empty threat. The gears are in motion. It cannot be stopped. The third generation is inevitable. Chapter 1, the beginning of the end. You can probably guess what the third generation is, given that we're pretty firmly inside the second generation right now. But we'll see a little bit more what that means in a sec. Oh yeah, so you see at the bottom right, that is the encounter bar I talked about. You see it goes up as you walk through the grass, and goes down as you stay still, I guess. Which is sort of an interesting way to do it. Yeah, we can go to the right to Route 5. It's still blocked by a cut tree, so not much going on here. We're just going to keep walking back. Yeah, let's take the shortcut. Why not? Let's get into Wild Battle just to see how it works. It's a Weedle. Yeah, so Weedle is bug poison, so yeah, so you see I can pull off way more attacks than the Weedle. Jolteon, unless it's resisted by something, is very unfair in this game, almost, I would say. But yeah, battles are pretty easy. Ooh, hey, I see you have a Pokemon. Yeah, that's right. Well, do you want a tutorial explaining Pokemon battling? Well, I just sort of explained it all myself, but sure, go ahead with the battle. Go ahead with the tutorial. This is what the battle screen looks like. Not really. The battle screen has changed quite a bit since this tutorial was made. But yeah, that number is HP. You know how HP works. That normal is not type, it's actually status. So statuses are displayed there. I think some of the early Pokemon games actually had that too. So there's the time bar, or the active time battle bar, whatever you want to call it. Higher speed means higher time bar, so higher speed, unlike in regular Pokemon games, actually means more attacks, so it's very, very powerful. There's the PP, not power points in this game, but Poke Power. Each move you use takes away PP. Theoretically, more powerful moves mean more PP. I guess works like mana points in other games, except there are no regular attacks. Yeah, see, like I said, these tutorials are old. Struggle used to be in the game, but it's not anymore. Now you get recharge instead, so you can actually continue to use your attacks after you recharge. So yeah, this one is the base damage with the exclamation point. Unfortunately, there are not factorials. There's the accuracy. I guess accuracy is actually modified by speed, although I don't know if that's still true. Again, these tutorials are old. Then we have physical or special. There are separate attack stats and special stats. I don't think there's actually a separate special defense stat in this game. There might be. And then yeah, Remedy, another Final Fantasy item that is basically a full heal. So yeah, if we look at Jolteon, it's basically first gen style. Actually, there's only 4 stats: attack, defense, special, and speed. Jolteon's special and speed are very high, attack and defense not so much. But they are all higher than Eevee, whose stats are unfortunately not very high. If we go check Vaporeon's stats, he has high special, very high HP, other stats not so high. And you see at the bottom right, each Pokemon can actually equip up to 5 different items in a few different categories. Again, it's sort of a Final Fantasy based item system. So if we go to equip Vaporeon, luckily the items do actually carry over between forms. We don't have items of any type yet except gear. We have the old crown and the blue ribbon. The blue ribbon is obviously superior, giving a very large boost to both special and speed, so we're going to give that to our Eevee. And again, I like to generally keep it as a Jolteon just because Jolteon's speed is so high. Wow, Kyuki, there's a monster following you. Yeah, so this is a Pokemon. Larry doesn't really seem to like Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, it sort of does, you know, I think. Is there any reason to keep it in Eevee mode? There's actually really not, as far as I know, but I think there might be later. Someone stole a Pokemon from the lab. I don't blame them. No, I'm not the thief. I think the thief is probably Silver, or the guy we saw earlier who looked like Silver. But I guess we should at least, you know, check out what happened. You see that Silver is gone. Yeah, so we have an aide. The professor is obviously angry because someone stole our Pokemon. So you say you had red hair. Team Rocket were sighted in the area. It appears that this wasn't their... See, that doesn't really make sense. I get what he's trying to say, which is that Team Rocket was in the area but not here. But that doesn't really make sense the way that the police officer said it. So yeah, Sid is not happy. The aides are going to get fired. Her Pokemon got stolen. And yeah. So if you remember, the goal at this point is to go to the academy, which is to the southwest of here. You see here there is a nice flashing destination circle that shows that. There's also an X to show that we are currently blocked from going down Route 5. There was that cut tree there. It's actually a pretty big and pretty interesting map, lots of sort of branching paths, which is something I like. We go all the way up to Route 25 before we go to Finis Village and Victory Road, and whatever is at the end of Victory Road, which which I guess we don't know. But yeah, just like it said, just like Professor Oak told us, we're going to go the only way we can do and head down to the academy. Oh, that's different. Whoa, what the hell is going on? Definitely look different, that's for sure. I guess we'll find out more about that later. Yeah, and you see, even if you check the signs, it highlights where you're supposed to go, which to me is a bit much, but you know. So HP up, 10 HP is not that much in this game. You see Jolteon already has 429, but it's something. So we get a Sweet Berry. See, that is actually not a Pokemon item. I guess what it does is recovers HP, PP, and heals Potion. So I guess it's sort of like a Poison Cure Berry or a... whatever the berry is that cures poison. I can't remember. But yeah, you're right, Annie. There are definitely a lot more sort of space in these maps compared to the official 2nd gen maps. Again, you know, because in this they have as much space as they need, whereas in the official 2nd gen games they definitely did not. But yeah, found an Ether, recovers PP. That's pretty important in this game. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes when the bar takes up, it does take a little time for the encounter to actually happen. But anyway, we found a Pidgey. Pidgey's not going to last very long compared to our Jolteon. And yeah, it's zoomed out. I mean, people do forget how compressed the old Game Boy games were. I guess I can go back to Route 2 later. We're going to pick up more items. Defeat more Pidgeys. It's nice how fast it goes. Yeah, so we found our first, or actually our second piece of junk, a sheer feather, and a rare candy, which is also nice. So there are a couple different things we can do with junk, which are the items with this sort of weird circle icon. Some of them, like the fish meat, actually do something. This recovers 20 HP, which in this game is almost nothing. But as said before, you can actually equip some of them. They do very little. The sheer feather gives 5 points of speed, which actually is pretty good. And each Pokemon can hold 2 of them. So yeah, you see Jolteon getting even faster, which is going to be a big help. Now these look like strength boulders. They're actually a little different. So you see, I say it's too heavy to push uphill. It's not too heavy to push downhill, which is what we're going to be doing soon. And that helps open up some really useful shortcuts for us, basically. Weedle, I'm actually sort of surprised Weedle can survive 3 hits. Maybe it has a decent special stat, I don't know. So yeah, here's Silver, or whatever we're going to call him. He has a interesting theme. I don't know if you can hear it, it's pretty quiet. I guess the sound in this game does have some issues. It's not very well equalized. Why? I didn't see that one in the Pokemon lab. Wait, are you the thief I've been hearing about? I mean, I saw him earlier. I'm surprised I couldn't put the pieces together. But hey, he just admits it. I'm just going to leave his name as Silver. Sorry if you're actually watching, Silver. But, you know, I don't have anyone else I want to name it after right now. That's a powerful looking Pokemon you have there. It should make a good addition to my team. Hand it over. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So I wonder what Pokemon he had. Huh, I guess we'll see, because he wants a battle. What makes you think I only stole 1 Pokemon? Yeah, so as you saw earlier, battles in this game are not necessarily one-on-one. He actually stole all 3 Pokemon. But, you know, Totodile's not going to last very long. It's a Thunder Shock. That's almost a 1-hit KO. You see, when you are 1-on-3, it can get overwhelming pretty quickly. Luckily, I'm not going to be 1-on-3 for too long. So yeah, since, well, I would change to Vaporeon, but Vaporeon would be weak to Chikorita. Not that it really matters. But I'm just going to take out Chikorita first. We will get Flareon eventually, but not yet. Gotta love the sprites, although when you see them in this environment, you realize how weird some of the color choices are. Like Chikorita on a green background definitely looks a little off. yeah, and you see that Jolteon's getting like 2 attacks for each of their one. So yeah, I can use the Tetra Element in battle, and immediately switch over to Porygon. I can Water Gun, and Cynical's not going to be able to survive that. Victory! 180 experience points, $12. And we get some more junk drops, 1 from each of them actually. And yeah, $36, that's something. It's funny how I guess I keep changing the name depending on what form it is. Looks like my smug smile isn't going anywhere. Yeah, the player character in this game is not the nicest guy either, if I'm being honest. Yeah, he's not going to use it as a learning experience. We all know that already. Train them up? That doesn't sound nearly as thrilling as stealing. But I worked so hard stealing these Pokemon, I wouldn't want them to go to waste. Hey, punk. What's your name? I'm Kyuki. Kyuki, huh? Do you know what? I'm going to train up these Pokemon and then defeat you. And when I defeat you, your hack of a Pokemon will be mine. I guess he is capable of listening a little bit. But yeah, a rival. All great Pokemon trainers have rivals, whatever. You won't be so lucky in our rematch. Okay, the pictures are a little mismatched here. So if you're wondering that setting I changed earlier on turn battle versus active battle, if you have it on active battle, then the opponent's time meters actually continue to go up, even while you're selecting moves and doing the menus. I have that off for one thing, just because I sort of prefer it as a turn-based game, and for another thing because I'm talking about the game, and that takes time. But either way, I mean, it does make it easier, so I might change that later, but that is what that setting means. So we got to speed up. So that, sorry, that's not an equip item. That's similar to an HP up. Really, it should be, what's the speed up vitamin? Is it a Carbos? I think speed up is Carbos in Pokemon. But yeah, it's just similar to an HP up. But yeah, I guess before we go, let me see if I can grab that item. Because you always gotta grab the items, I mean, honestly. What else are we here for? Oh, we can't. It's somewhere. So instead I don't want to kill another Pidgey, let's just run away. So yeah, let's see Route 2. Is there anything on Route 2? Darn, that boulder is blocking the path. I tried pushing it from this side, but it won't budge. So if you push it from the other side, you might be able to clear a path. Yeah, so this is just sort of a simple way that the developer creates, you know, one-way gates, basically. Like, you can go down but not up, and then once you've gone up there once, you can push the boulder and then easily come back, so it is sort of convenient. You know, you also notice on the world map that we start on the bottom of the map and go toward the top, which sort of helps out with that idea. But yeah, so let's just use the bike now. One thing about the bike in this game is it actually makes the bar go up a little faster, as you see, so you get more encounters, which can be sort of annoying. Although I think some of the official games might have also been like that, where the bike gave you more encounters. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so the guard is playing a game, not surprising. So yep, we are at the second city, Ventus City, and you see it's not just gold and silver tiles. We have those nice little waving flags, although still definitely sort of 8-bit style. And yeah, I don't think that's an actual thing. I mean, it might be, but I don't think it is. Probably confirmation bias. So yeah, we got City of the Easy Winds, we got the flags, we got the windmill, we got a guard. He has a little guide to the city, so we have the Poke Center. You can recover your Pokemon for no cost. In older versions of this game, there was actually a cost, which was interesting, but they took that out at some point. We have the Pokemart. Everyone knows what that is. Sometimes they have special sales. I think it's you know, like a sort of bulk deal. I don't know how the game generates them. They might be random. You see we have a house that's for sale. If you buy a house, you can sleep in it, decorate it, or even just sell it off. But the most important thing is that all bought houses are interconnected. You can use a house to instantly travel to another house. Yeah, so houses are sort of the fast travel system in this game. I don't really know how that's supposed to work. Maybe it's one of those fireplace teleportation things. But of course we have a gym. There are 8 gyms in this region. And yeah, here's what we were told to come for, the Pokemon Academy. Here you can learn more about the game, do the Academy Challenge. You can probably guess that at some point we're going to be doing the gyms as well. But we do have a Pokemon Academy as well. So yeah, we see you have vitamins. Yeah, they're pretty rare. Yeah, quote-unquote vitamins. Who knows what they actually are? So the house is only $50. Very, very reasonably priced. Very different from the house I am currently physically living in. But given that fast travel is good, sure, let's hit the wrong key. Let's buy it. Yeah, let's view the house guide. We can do the furniture. We can do the fast travel. I think this map again is a little old, but yeah, it's fast travel. It's nice. So yeah, I said that that we wouldn't see our room again. I guess that our room is automatically teleported. So we have our nice TV. Today marks the 6th straight month without the sun setting. I guess this game doesn't have day-night cycle, huh? Well, at least they lampshaded it a little bit. Scientists are still wondering whether it will ever turn night again. In other news, there have been sightings of Team Rocket near Ventus City. Team Rocket had disbanded 3 years ago, but according to the reports, they have returned. And that ends our news update. So we're actually in the same time period as Gold, Silver, Crystal. But I guess we're in a different region. I don't know what the name of the region actually is. No, I'm trying to open the world map. Yeah, so it doesn't. Does it say what the name of the region is? I thought it was like, no, there's just endless ocean. Okay. I thought it might say what the name of the region is somewhere, but I guess not. But anyway, we have the Jigglypuff staring into your soul. We have the books that I haven't bothered to read. And we now have fast travel. So you see I have the house here, and I have the house back in our starting city. So that's nice. I'm going to just go to the options and turn off that encounter bar because it sort of stresses me out. I don't know. And we have a bed to sleep in too. I'm sort of laying sideways. Let's see. Does it heal Vaporeon? It does heal Vaporeon, so that's nice. I guess we don't even really need to go to the Pokemon Center. Although there are some interesting things in the Pokemon Center, so I'm going to show those off. Yeah, you can refine items into better items. There is also the defend command. But yeah, so this game has a crafting system. Yeah, I mean, I think back when they started making this game 10 years ago, every game had a crafting system. So first we're going to get another tutorial. The Poké Center has 3 main services. Pokemon storage. We have the box, although the box is actually accessed through the nurse and not through the PC. And yeah, we do have that convenient stuff. We have refining or crafting, and we have Pokemon recovery, which, as I said, is free. It didn't used to be free, but yeah, free healthcare. Being physically located in America, I could not possibly comprehend free healthcare, but I guess here we have it. We see our Pokemon storage. It actually lists all your Pokemon, including the Eevee at the top, which is sort of weird. There aren't like separate boxes. There's only one box. But yeah, we have nothing in the box right now, of course. And then the crafting, yeah, we're not going to do the other tutorial. There's actually a lot of crafting options. So you can see this game has Steel and Dragon, but not Fairy. Each one is sort of its own tree, and there are a bunch of trees. So here's the potion tree. You know, I can turn 3 green seeds into 1 potion, but I only have 1. I can turn 3 potions into 1 high potion, which recovers more, but I'm not going to do that, because actually, I'll just do that. Yeah, might as well try out the crafting. And then you can turn high potions into hyper potions, or even mega potions. You can turn ethers into super ethers, or even elixirs, which recover everything. I think those are just for space purposes. And then 5 potions makes a Phoenix down, not a revive. We're definitely very, very Final Fantasy pilled here. But yeah, you see, even aside from that, we have lots of other things we can do. We have a lot of different tech trees here. And this is the other thing you can use the loot for. For example, 3 poison barbs makes 1 sharp horn, which is level 2 junk instead of level 1 junk. Probably gives a few more points of attack. And then 3 sharp horns makes 1 drill piece. But you see the different letters here. P, for some reason, stands for junk. But there are other things too. We can make S's, which are, I guess, the drugs that increase your stats permanently. And T's are technical machines. So horn drill, causes death. Yeah, and as you can see, it actually hits 50% of the time, unlike 30. So that's a pretty powerful move if we can get all the way up to 10 drill pieces. But yeah, you saw that most wild Pokemon drop junk when you kill them or defeat them, and junk makes cool things. Yeah, so green seeds make potions. We have a grass tree, a cactus tree, a mushroom tree. I mean, crafting is fun. I think it's sort of a normal urge. There's our old save files. We're just going to pretend those don't exist. I don't want to say human urge because, not really human, but I think it's a normal urge to want to make things into bigger and better things. So yeah, you see another kid got attacked by corrupted Pokemon. You may have seen corrupted Pokemon in the achievements. We're gonna encounter them soon, don't worry. Here's our first gym. The leaders are actually just the gold and silver leaders. So we have Faulkner, who has been weirdly transported to a different dimension. But right now the gym is closed because some kid stole a gym badge. I wonder who it was. Someone who had red hair. It must be a coincidence. Pokemon police are never really competent, are they? So yeah. We can check out the mart. The mart there are a couple interesting things going on here. First, you see Pokeballs are very rare these days. She found 1 on the black market. It will cost her literally her arm and her leg. So we're not going to be getting a lot of Pokeballs in this game, or maybe any Pokeballs. We're going to have to be getting our Pokemon in a different way, and I think we'll find that out soon. Yeah, that was the thing. They've, sort of been near Team Rocket sometimes, but never actually done anything about them. So yeah, more lamp shading. I mean, it's not necessarily global mark stocks. It's what they offer me. Maybe, again, there's some kind of weird thing going on with the Pokemon League. I think it's all like a conspiracy to sort of build children up to face something. But anyway, yeah, if we go to the shop, we see he says he has some rare things on sale, but all he actually has are potions, ether, and Phoenix Downs. I think I might buy Phoenix Down just in case, although I'm sure we'll pick some up soon. We can sell stuff too. I don't really, as you see, we can sell the junk, but Green Seed goes for 1. Old Crown goes for 500, which is okay, but most of this junk is, well, it's junk. So we're not going to be getting very much money for it. And if we ask about Pokeballs, we're out of Pokeballs, there's a global shortage, there's no firm date on a next shipment. And if you've experienced global shortages recently, which you probably have, I think you know how that goes. Yeah, you'll probably finish and get bored of the game by the time we get Pokeballs in. Don't worry though, there's other ways to get Pokemon. Yeah, so we do have a special deal, a pack of 3 repels, which are 1/3 off. I thought they said it would be 50 to 75% off. Yeah, I don't have enough money. I just spent it all on a Phoenix Stone. Did she just walk in? No, she's just walking randomly. Yeah, I think in the real or the normal Pokemon games, they're sort of confined to specific areas, but I think in this game they just walk randomly, so sometimes they can end up in weird places. Yep, I knew it. As soon as I spend my hard-earned money on a Phoenix Down, we find one just laying on the ground. Yeah, and we talk to this guy. More bugs. We're going to fend them off. He's going to pay us and throw in a TM. The TM is Bullet Seed, which I guess is not the greatest move, but it's something. Uh-oh, here they come. I probably should have switched to Vaporeon first, but it doesn't. Not Vaporeon. I should have switched to Jolteon. Yes, Jolteon. But yeah. Jolteon is good just because it gets so many more attacks. Basically, that's the main thing. Vaporeon is certainly much better defensively, and actually, these Fury attacks are doing a decent amount of damage, which is a bit worrying. I maybe should have trained Jolteon a little more first. yeah, okay, that's a lot. We're going to use our potion. So you see limit, this game sort of reused the limit break system from Final Fantasy in a slightly different way. Basically, whenever you're below, I think it's 25% HP, your speed bar just goes up much faster, which means you get many more attacks. Unfortunately, with only one Pokemon, I don't really want to test that out. So you might think that Jolteon is super effective against Beedrill, but I believe Beedrill is actually bug poison, so even though it flies, it is not weak to electric. And you might be seeing Fury Attack is not doing the multiple attack thing it normally does. So, again, because of this sort of simplified battle system, a lot of the normal effects of Pokemon moves don't exist. So stuff like Fury Attack, for example, will just be a normal attack with slightly more power. But yeah, we completed that side quest with the aid of one potion. And you see we got a trophy, the debugger. Debugging. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Right. Yeah, I don't know why I'm wandering around. I mean, I always like wandering around, you know? But, you know, this game is pretty strict about where you go. You know, a lot of the additional paths, or most additional paths are going to be blocked off. So I always find it's nice to sort of wander around, see what extra places you can go to. Yeah, so it's a pretty powerful ferret, and I don't have a lot of HP left. I really should have healed. But we do have a nice item here. We have a super ether. And yeah, I'm just wandering around. I like wandering around. Shrine of the Beast. You know, I think I'm gonna pass on that for now. I actually don't remember that being in previous versions of this game. So I've played this game for a long time, a very long time. I think this game started being developed in 2010, which is 13 years ago at this point, which is sort of weird to think about. Yeah, it started being developed in 2010. They basically just released this, which is the 1.0 release, last week, which is why I wanted to stream it. But yeah, I mean, some stuff has changed, some stuff hasn't. These are my old saves. Honestly, I do want to start from the beginning, so I'm going to overwrite these old saves. It's fine, don't worry about it. And yeah, so I did notice a sort of weird thing to the side of this house, so I suspect you can walk through. Magic Art Meat, the unappreciated delicacy. Well, I mean, it does actually recover you 20 HP, so it seems like in this game, at least, it's pretty good for you. The Office is on TV. Yeah, you can tell that this game was made in 2010. There are a couple different shows that can be on TV, and they're all very timely. Yes, The Office. Yeah, I know, this game definitely dates itself. Yeah, I remember, now I'm going to date myself. The Office was the huge thing when I started in college, and that was around the same time as this. Yeah, I think it is a ninja, actually. Someone finally found me. I am the Master Ninja Kid. I am a stealth expert. I hide in towns and give free items to people who find me. Since you were the one who found me, take these as a reward. Attack up, special up. I'm going to Brevis Town. Try to find me. So yeah, it's another side quest, and another person just randomly giving stuff away for free. That seems to happen a lot around here. So we're going to pick up another item. So you probably saw that there was a resist. There was a resist equip slot. So that's what these go in. So 25% resistance to all status conditions. That's, I mean, it's something. Let's go ahead and equip Eevee with that. Man, I feel like I've spent the entire stream just explaining stuff. Not that that's bad. I mean, explaining stuff is good, but you know, it's gotta do something else at some point. Yeah, we got a storage shelf. There's no entrance here, but if you look really closely, there is an entrance on the top. Yeah, so I've definitely played this game before. It was one of the first Pokemon fan games I learned about, and one of my favorites, which is why I'm streaming it. But, I mean, I didn't get that far. Obviously, the game wasn't completed, and like the last couple versions, I realized it was going to be completed soon, so I didn't play all the way to the end. So I've maybe gone like a third of the way through the game, and that's the stuff I actually know. And then, yeah, after that is just a mystery. So I do know a lot of stuff about this game already, but eventually that's going to stop, and that's exciting. You know, gotta try new stuff. Gonna check all of these. They probably don't have anything in them. I mean, come on, some of these books have to be interesting. They gotta be about Pokemon or something. I guess not. And yeah, you see Focus Energy, for example. This game doesn't have critical hits, so Focus Energy is just going to increase your strength, which is what we have instead of attack in this game. So, there being nothing else to do yet. Well, no, there's always... See, I'm one of those weird people. I have to explore everything, so I'm always going to do the mandatory thing last, although... Yeah, let's just... we will come back here, so let's not do the mandatory thing last. So let's defeat some Pidgeys, and then head over to the academy, like we were told to. Oops, sorry. Yeah, like in most RPG Maker games, this game, you can see when I'm clicking away because the game does pause. You know? Oh, this isn't interesting. So when you're about to get into wild battle, you saw the screen flash before the battle starts. If I press the confirm button, i.e. Z, just after the flash, you will start a surprise battle, which means my team will start out with a full action bar. Ooh, very cool advantage. Yeah, another Phoenix down. Knew it was a waste bind. Ah, I wasn't ready. I just want to practice the timing on that, you know, get it down. Yeah, see, I just smashed it. So you surprise battle, they're facing the other way. I have a full action bar, but I'm not gonna kill these poor Pidgeys. I just wanted to practice my timing. Let's heal up again, because there are some trainer battles inside the academy. I do know that, and you know, anyone could probably guess that. Yeah, funny thing, she said, please thank you for using our services. This game has gone through a couple banned from premises, Professor Samuel Oak. Wonder how that happened. This game has gone through a couple iterations of what the Pokemon Center people said. I think it was originally the whole, we hope to see you again. And then they're like, we hope not to see you again, because that implies we want your Pokemon to be killed. And then it just sort of went over to this. So yeah, more tutorials. I'm going to skip those first two. I am sort of curious about the many types of items. So you see they all have cool little icons. Unfortunately, RPG Maker, you know, this is a pretty basic RPG Maker. There's no pockets or anything, so we do have to use these to make it out. So we have the potion icon for the healing icons, the berry icon for the berries, which weirdly in the description use a totally different icon. We have those temporary battle boosters with the with the up icon. We have the arrow permanent stat increasing icons like the HP up and speed up. We have field icons, rare candy, repel. Of course we have the diamond special items, the tetra element, the map bike. The hammers, which are key items. Again, the description is off. But we don't have HMs in this game. We have special items like a lot of other fan games have now. And I think he actually forgot to mention we have the junk, which is the circle, and the TM, which are the TM icon. So yeah, a lot of these tutorials are old. You don't look like... No, I don't need the answers. So it's sort of hard to tell. I think that this sprite is supposed to be a guy playing a Game Boy. You can sort of see the cartridge at the very top and maybe a corner that's cut out at the bottom like the original Game Boys. I think that's what this is supposed to be. This picture of a mountain is titled Victory Road. Guess Victory Road's going to be on... Yeah, it's filled with manuals about the game. A lot of third wall breaking in this game, as you could probably already tell, including with the second and third generation stuff, which as you can see is going to be a big thing. Yeah, the description, he gives a little more detail. Base damage is of course going to be combined with the attribute. We have the accuracy, which can be modified by speed. We have physical and special. Of course they use PP as well. And then at the end of the description there are some status changes. It doesn't look like burn is actually a status change either. Some attacks will target the entire team. And one very interesting thing about this game, Pokemon can learn an unlimited number of attacks, so we're not going to be deleting any moves. And that is, well, it can create quite a long list, but it's definitely fun to not have to worry about that. Certainly we have types, we have super effective, not very effective. This, I'm pretty sure, is just a 2nd generation type chart. As you can see, Steel resists almost everything, just like it did before. I think it was 6th gen. So yeah, if we get or come up against any Steel types, that's going to be an issue. Although again, this being 2nd gen, there aren't very many Steel types. We have Magnemite, we have Steelix, we have... Are there any others? I'm not sure there are any others. But yeah, this game is very, very inspired on Final Fantasy. You know, we have the spell list, we have the time mechanics, we have the music. I think a lot of the music is Final Fantasy music. And just a lot of... there is a lot of Final Fantasy inspiration here. So yeah, Victory Road again. I don't need the battle tutorial. So let's go into the Academy. So there are 2 tests. There's the body test to the left and the mind path to the right. If you complete both, the path to the soul will open. Enter it to receive your prize. Tried fighting the Academy Master. Boy, was that a mistake. Gotta save your game before that. And yeah, this poor guy, not so good at the mind path. I'm gonna try the mind path first. I don't think it really matters. But yeah. So question. Do fire attacks do double damage against grass-type Pokemon? That sounds right to me. Grass is vulnerable to fire. And yes, this game has mostly the same type mechanics as the official games. I think what would normally be 0x moves might be like a quarter instead, but mostly the same. Do battles run in real time? Yes, although you can sort of disable the real time thing, which I did. Can Pokemon trainers carry up to 2 Pokemon? No, they can carry not 6, but up to 4 Pokemon. Which is a bit different, but I think 6 on 6 all at the same time would definitely be a lot. So yeah. I don't actually know what happens if you don't pass, and I don't really want to find out. Are Poké Centers free? As I mentioned in this game, they used to not be free, but they are definitely free. Can Pokemon equip items? Yes, they can equip 5 items. Can you revive a Pokemon from the dead? Yes, we don't have fading in this game. They die, but you can still revive them, so it's basically the same thing. And the final challenge, the Mind Keeper. What are you, psychic? Yes. Oh, well, carry on then. You must answer all questions to pass. In battle, is a Pokemon's time bar determined by its speed? Yes, that is why speed is incredibly important in this game. Pokemon battle is always one-on-one. No, I've had a couple non-one-on-ones already. Can you use recharge to recover PP? Yes, that's exactly what it does. Do you reach limit status at 25% HP? See, I already said that. I guess I'm cheating a bit because I've played this game before. But yes, that's how a limit status works in this game. And its speed doubles, so that means you can attack a lot more. I'm not sure if it applies to enemies or not. It might. I guess we'll have to see. Unlimited amounts of attacks, yes, they can. They never have to forget moves. Booyah! We have a good grasp on the mechanics, and we have unlocked 1 of the 2 doors. And another door. See that little secret sound? I think that's also Final Fantasy. Regenerator. Temporarily restores HP each turn. So you see that sort of arrow or upvote icon? Those are in-battle items, so only to be used... Oh, I just used it by mistake! Ah! Well, I guess that'll apply to the next battle. It'll have double speed. Not that it should need it, but whatever. Yeah, see, when I configure emulators, I usually put X as A and Z as B. So in this game, it's actually reversed. So I meant to back out, and I hit the confirm button. Yeah, so poor little Pichu, level 7. we are not only fast, but hasted. And we just totally wasted that speed booster, but I'm sure we'll get more later. Yeah, so this Trainer Battles actually used to have the same music as Wild Battles, but they now have this sort of Pokemon music instead. Although weirdly, I think it's the Wild Battle music that they have. So yeah, this is definitely a weak. I think the game is almost like training you to use Jolteon and see how fast that Jolteon is. Because there are a lot of Pokemon weak to electric, and not a lot of Pokemon weak to water in the early game. But yeah, we're just gonna keep Thundershocking, and it's gonna die, I guess, in these games very quickly. Yeah, 220 experience, 11. You always get 20 times as many experience points, which I guess is how the formula works. And then yeah, as she said, trainers also give bonus money. Weirdly, Pokemon also have money, so I guess they just sort of carry it around. And if you lose, you only lose 10% of your money, which is, you know, it used to be 50% in the official games. Now I think it's like 10 times your highest level Pokemon, something like that. But either way, 10% is not very many. Body Keeper sounds creepy. It does, unfortunately. But it was the title I was given. You must defeat me to pass. Please don't say it. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this game is as a period piece, as you said. So yeah, this guy actually does use Geodude, so it is definitely testing if you know how to use the Tetra elements. Unfortunately for this guy, these Geodudes are going to faint very quickly. Now Vaporeon is still actually going pretty fast. I don't know if that booster like doesn't wear off immediately or something, but I've never seen tactics like that. Well, I guess I did transform my Jolteon into a Vaporeon, so he's probably right. He probably never has seen tactics like that. Yep. Yeah, and I think that sound actually means something. I'm not 100% sure what it means. It's like something related to a secret or something. But yeah, we got some Pokeballs. Unfortunately, we can't just steal them because we're a nice person in the game. You have passed both mind and body paths. I'm not surprised, since Oak sent you. You know Old Man Oak? Yes, he used to teach here at one point. You could say we were rivals. Shame about him going insane, though. Wait, what? As your prize, you can have one of 3 Pokemon. So, for me, the choice here is easy. For one thing, Chikorita has always been my favorite starter. And for another thing, Eevee can already be a fire or water. Well, it can already be a water type. It's going to get Flareon eventually. But it can't be. I don't think Leafeon is in this game, and even if it is, it's going to be a lot later. So I'm just going to go with Chikorita. Yes, I want Chikorita. I guess I should give it a nickname. All the streamers have chat give nicknames, so does anyone have a suggestion for Chikorita's nickname while I try to finagle it into my overlay? Suggestions are appreciated. That's a little squished. Okay, there's supposed to be 4 people in chat. Surely someone has a great name idea, because believe me, I don't. I'm not good with names. So if anyone has something they want to name this Chikorita, while I desperately try to take a screenshot of the correct pixel, really, I'll take it. I will name this Chikorita. I don't want to say I'll name it whatever you want, but I will name it what someone suggests. Okay, come on. There we go. No. Okay. No. I can't. Okay, Leaf is maybe what I would have named it when I was like 10. And yes, I think that's too long. Although again, because this is an old version of RPG Maker, it's sort of weird about names. It's like, I think each one of these is supposed to be a Japanese character, but because the game is actually in English, it's like each space is actually 2 characters. Yeah, I can name it Rita if you want. It's a nice name, I certainly think so. What, the mouse was in the way! I'm so bad at taking screenshots. Yeah, I'm just trying to take a screenshot of its sprite to put in my overlay. Pearl is nice, but it might be a bit confusing with the game. I'm gonna call it Rita. I certainly agree that's a nice name. But yeah, see, and it's weird. You can only actually delete 2 characters at a time. But I'll call it Rita. Treat Rita with care. I will. You appear to be a talented Pokemon trainer. Sure. I suggest you try getting all 8 gym badges. It's the ultimate challenge for Pokemon trainers. Ultimate challenge, huh? Challenge? I can't even say it. God, this game is so bad with the dead memes. Yeah, so we're gonna try to defeat the gym leader. We can try the Soul Challenge. Yeah, so the Soul Challenge is trying to beat this guy. If I did, it would just be a horrible defeat. I think his Pokemon are around level 40. So I'm gonna not do that. I am going to leave and come back later. Oh, well, there's Oak. He came here at an interesting time. I came when I heard you passed the academy. How has Vaporeon been? Currently, she's clipping through the door, but aside from that, great. Oh, and just saying V again. Here are 2 items. We have the Data Recovery Unit. You can use it to recover and capture corrupted Pokemon. I'll do the tutorial just to show you. So yeah, corrupted Pokemon are mysterious Pokemon that have been appearing around the region. They look different from normal Pokemon species and are a lot more aggressive, a lot stronger also. But they aren't found in tall grass. They're basically special encounters. So the Data Recovery Unit doesn't really do anything in game terms. It just technically is what turns it into a normal Pokemon. And then it becomes ours to keep. So that's what basically is the main thing that lets us capture Pokemon, because there is a Pokeball shortage. We also have the good old Pokedex. It's an electronic encyclopedia on Pokemon. Use it to view and recover data on Pokemon. I don't think we really need a tutorial on the Pokedex. But if you use it during battle, you can view the stats of the next enemy Pokemon to take a turn. So that's interesting, at least. The main thing, of course, is seeing how much health it has left. If you ever come across any shiny data, come by my lab. That, again, can use the little machine to make a Pokemon shiny. I don't think there's actually any other way to get shiny Pokemon in this game, so it's interesting. So yeah. So we now have 2 Pokemon. Unfortunately, the Eevee is the only one that's going to follow us, in whatever form it's in. Certainly, since we're going into battle with Falkner, we're going to be using Jolteon, also because Jolteon is just really fast in general. First, we're going to heal up. I don't know why there's this weird progress bar, because I don't think there's no reason it should take time to heal. And yeah, another thing we have to do is we have to equip up our Pokemon. So Chikorita is a grass type. I assume most of its moves will be special. So we'll give it the green seed, which I think is also what it drops. We don't have any items that boost speed, but this looks like a pretty decent item. Boosts both defense and special. We'll give it the old crown, and then that's all we got for now. Yeah, I think in this game I suspect Oak actually has other motivations, but I guess we'll find out. Hey, Champ, you look lost. Champ, I see you're a Pokemon trainer. You look gutsy, kid. I like your style. You know what? I'll be your biggest fan. My biggest fan? Yeah, it'll be great. I'll gather intel on the gym leaders you fight against. Okay, do I pay you or something? You're funny, champ. I guess that's a no. Ah, you probably want to know about this gym. The Ventus City gym leader is Faulkner. He specializes in flying Pokemon. If you change your Super Eevee into Jolteon, you should be able to wipe the floor with him. Wait, how do you know about my Eevee? I am your biggest fan. I know everything. Everything. And as your biggest fan, I'll follow you to every gym you go to. Great. I guess I have a fan, or stalker. See, is he scarier, or is the ball guy scarier? That's my question. Is that Bill, or is that just what all weird guys? Yes, that is the trash can. It's a sort of interesting juxtaposition with him on one side and the trash can on the other side. I guess that's sort of up to your interpretation. But yeah, see that little bring sound you heard? That's actually what it sounds like every time you register something in your Pokedex. So that's interesting. I'm not sure you actually get anything from this, but it's interesting to know. So yeah, these are of course flying gym trainers, so we're going to get a lot of flying types. You see Rita, unfortunately being unevolved, she's not going to do very much damage. But she does help. I mean, in any kind of RPG, 2-on-1 is always a big advantage over 1-on-1, 1-on-2. So yeah, Sand Attack. There's no accuracy stat in this game, so to speak. Instead, Stand Attack has the ability to cause blind, which is a status that works similarly to how it does in Final Fantasy, basically meaning you miss a lot, which, yeah, makes sense. I do like, it's sort of funny how in this game the trainers start running towards you even before you get to your square, so yeah, they move very quickly too. But yeah, another weird thing is that trainers will often have Pokemon of sort of very disparate levels, which is interesting. Luckily Hoodoo is not very strong. But you see, it is sort of wearing down Jolteon a little bit. And here you can see very quickly the big difference in how quickly Jolteon's time bar goes up and how quickly Rita's time bar goes up. And why Jolteon is so good compared even to Vaporeon. So yeah, make sure you're prepared. Honestly, with Jolteon I think I'm okay. I'm just going to not use any potions, and let's see how it goes. I'm Kyuki. I'm here to beat you. I have raised birds all my life, from the smallest Spearow to the biggest Pidgeot. With my knowledge of bird Pokemon, I always win. Do you still wish to fight me? Yeah. Yeah, the player character in this game is sort of interesting. Yeah, and here we have a different version of the Final Fantasy VII boss theme. We have a level 6 Pidgey and a level 18 Pidgeotto, both of which have the boost status effect. I don't really know what that does. Yeah, you see, because it causes blind, which is good, the Sand Attack misses a lot. I'm actually going to growl the Pidgeotto and use its attack because, I mean, it's level 18. It does have a high attack. So yeah, a lot of attack and defense changing moves will still work the same because those stats do exist in this game. But yeah, and quick attack, you know, again, since the time system is totally different, it doesn't work the same way. I think it's just a more powerful attack. So you see, yeah, Rita is now actually blind, which just means that her attacks will miss more often. Oh no, they changed it actually. That's what it used to mean. Right now it seems that she actually can't use any damage dealing attacks. Growl Mist, Dust. Yeah, luckily Dust is not very effective. So yeah, basically Jolteon is really good. And that is the first gym battle completed. We got a Sheer Feather. We got $96, which is almost enough for a potion. And we beat Faulkner. Yay! We got an official gym badge, the Zephyr badge. I was just gonna try to make the "you got a gym badge" sound. Dude, no, that's is it? I I can't remember if it's do 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 do, or if it's do 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 do. Those are both like fanfares, but I can't remember which one is which. Why are you so enthusiastic about being blind? Oh, so it's the second one? I can't tell how the delay is. And obviously I have the stream muted. Okay, so that's the gym one. I guess the first one is other stuff. Okay, so Aerial Ace. It's a pretty good move. We have 70 power, 100% accuracy. It's a physical flying move, so it makes sense. Unfortunately, like the older games, technical machines are used once only, which honestly probably just means I'm going to stockpile them all for the whole game and never use them, because that's just how things go sometimes. Yeah, so he even says next gym. You know, it's like there's an order. How would they know what order it is? I mean, you know, if it's a real world, then kids would be wandering all over the place. How would you know what order they're doing the gyms in? It's like the whole thing is set up, you know, as a game, which of course it is. Oh, there's a Pokemon. I wonder what it could be. Come back, come back. I can't tell if that was the one I talked to or that was just a random encounter. Actually, I want to see how the Pokedex works, because I don't think I've used it before. Okay, yeah, so you see its HP. I guess wild Pokemon do actually have PP, which is interesting. Can't see its moves, though. That would be sort of nice. But, yeah, it's interesting at least to see how many HP they have. The problem is, of course, that it uses a turn, which is not exactly what you want to do. Yeah, so short first, more junk. No, come back. Okay. Yeah, so most Pokemon you see in the overworld are going to be corrupted Pokemon. And this is a very interesting design for Sentret. I actually sort of like it. Yeah, so Tail Whip, I don't know why they made it lower special, but it does. And again, since special refers to both special attack and special defense, I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Helping Hand is also a very powerful move in this game. It raises the attack and special of the whole team. So that's nice. I probably should have healed at some point, especially because I'm running out of PP. But Sentret is looking not too excessively powerful, so I think we'll be okay. You might have to recharge, but that's not really. I'm curious. I'm going to use the Pokedex. So yeah, you see Sentret has quite a bit of HP. It has 800 HP, which is a lot at this point of the game. It still has bad stats, though. Yeah, I'm only 42 power points, which is less than So yeah, that's what a lot of early battles in this game come down to, just sort of thundershocking it over and over again. Yeah. Recharge also gives you a status effect, which makes you pause for a little bit. And you see another very interesting thing about the corrupted Pokemon. At some point, they evolve. Luckily, if you're fast about it, they evolve when they're almost dead, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if you're not fast about it, it can be a problem. But yeah, we beat Furret. We get a lot of experience points, so we get $300. We get Thick Fur, and for the first time, we can use the Data Recovery Unit. Unfortunately, we're going to get it as a Sentret, not as a Furret. But yeah, there's our first formerly corrupted Pokemon. It's a Sentret. So while I desperately try to capture a screenshot again, the floor is open for names. Maybe you don't use your best stuff, because we probably won't be keeping Sentret in the team for that long. But I do actually like Sentret, so maybe we will. I don't know. Yeah, if anyone has a name they'd like to see for Sentret for however long it's on the team, be my guest, because, yeah, Bullseye, I was honestly thinking of something along those lines. I mean, don't really know what else to say. Yeah. Let me just check if I have any Discord messages for a second. Hold on. Okay, that looks like a scammer. Yeah, definitely a scammer. Yeah, bullseye works. Again, I have to add a letter to be able to properly remove all the letters. Although I guess if I do ever evolve Centret, which I might, I would have to change the name. But yeah, definitely a corrupted Pokemon. Yeah, you see I got the trophy for obtaining 5 Pokemon because each Eevee form actually counts separately. So there you go. You also get a trophy for each corrupted Pokemon you defeat. So yeah, I'm actually not really sure what's going on here. The Shrine of the Beast. Oh, this is where Hoa lived. We're sort of in an alternate Johto. It's weird how it's like Johto in many ways, but you know, you have the same gym trainers and everything, but a lot of things are different. This might actually be before F to pay respects. Oh, that's interesting. That feels like it'll be useful later, don't you think? Why is it glowing all of a sudden? It's an interesting puzzle. I definitely have not actually seen this puzzle before, so I don't know what this is really for. Okay, so we have the top right of the bottom left square. It might be a glitch, because I don't think the tombstone is supposed to change like that. We have just above the top middle, and we have the top right of the top right of the bottom left square again. Okay. Wait, am I? No, I'm not trapped. Oh, because I went the wrong way. No, I'm confused now. But I honestly don't... Okay, yeah, some of these sprites are off. Okay, on the right or the top right. If we ever see something that looks like that, probably gonna have to come back here or check the stream archive, but yeah, because I actually don't know this puzzle. I have not seen it before, and it doesn't match anything familiar to me. Yeah, no, I want to run. Run! Stop not running. Run! There we go. Yeah, it's not this. I mean, I'm sure we'll come across something that looks like those images eventually, just have not done that yet. But yeah, let's heal up for once. And I suppose we will move on to the second gym. And get rid of these old save files. Like I said, I think it appears that some stuff has changed in this game, not that much stuff. But I do want to go through it all again, so I don't need those old save files. Yeah, and I think, you know, yeah, you see those X's appear as basically as soon as you get to a route that you can't go any further on. So, you see they have things pretty locked off for now, so pretty much our only way to go is up toward the next city, which is Brevis Town. And we will proceed northward. Another special up. See, I definitely have, you know, the hoarder syndrome. Like, I'm gonna hoard those for so long because I'm always worried about getting to a point where, you know, I use them on a Pokemon and then that Pokemon is not on the team anymore. So, like, yeah, I'm definitely a hoarder. Yeah, you see, quick attack is not actually any quicker than a normal attack, but it does more damage and has a chance to flinch, which in this game, flinching basically just keeps your time bar from going up for a little bit. So yeah, a little different, but they tried to, you know, make it sort of do the same thing. Oh, he's getting her Magikarp. So, a picnic basket, but he left it at home. It's another side quest, $200 and a nugget. That's a pretty big reward for just, you know, going back to Ventus City. But I guess this guy doesn't really want to move. Okay, that time I mashed the button and got the surprise attack. You also heard that noise again, which means that Nidoran female is added to the Pokedex. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. Rita leveled up. There's no sound or anything when you level up, which is sort of weird. But she did. So I guess we're gonna go do the side quest. I also don't want to over level. One thing about this game is it can be sort of easy, unfortunately. I mean, I assume it gets harder, especially because, you know, right now I have Jolteon and Vaporeon, which are just sort of way better than anything else the opponents have, but at some point that won't be true anymore. Who's this suspicious looking guy looking at a picnic basket that looks like a Pokeball? I'm going to be needing that picnic basket. And he runs... Oh, he jumps over the table. See, I was thinking he was going to escape to the right, which is why I talked to him from the right. But I guess the developer thought of that, so he jumped over the table. So yeah, we have to go find this suspicious looking guy. Luckily, he didn't run very far. He just sort of... Oh, well... For a guy who can move so fast, you would think he would actually run away. But yeah, we're sort of chasing him down. He's more of a jumper than a runner, really. And he just jumped over the house. For a guy that can jump over houses, you would think he would run away further. Oh, there's the battle theme. My specialty. Snubble and Meow. Snubble, before it was a fairy, didn't really have much of a reason to exist, honestly. It was just sort of there. No, I guess this is this is almost like the gold and silver version of the Kanto trainer battle theme. So not the one that plays during most of the game, the one that plays when you're in Kanto. Battles at this point are sort of basic. I mean, I guess that's true in most Pokemon games, but it's mostly just repeating the same moves over and over again. And I guess again, sort of like the official games, you know, it takes a lot of moves to defeat Pokemon at this point in the game because the moves themselves aren't that powerful. You know, the attack and defense are similar to each other, like they will be through the whole game, but the moves themselves not that powerful. But yeah, I see I'm up to 6 viewers, which is a lot. Thank you everyone for watching. You missed a lot of tutorials and the first gym of this game, which isn't that exciting. But basically, we're in a Pokemon world, except it's actually Final Fantasy type battles and a lot of Final Fantasy references, and also Metal Gear Solid references for whatever reason. And suddenly the wild Pidgeotto is level 18 instead of level 8, which is what the Pidgey was. But yeah, this game does have sort of a weird level curve sometimes. Luckily for us, though, it is, you know, 3-on-1, so despite the level advantage, we can certainly beat it. That's not going to be an issue. There is definitely some interesting stuff going on that we've had some allusions to in terms of the upcoming 3rd generation. There's been maybe some glitches. There's been some weird stuff going on of various types. And we're going to find out what that means in due time. Again, we also have to remember every time we get a new Pokemon, so just equip it with some junk, you know. I think attack would be good for Bullseye. And then Short Fur might be okay, it gives defense and speed. Speed is always helpful. Yeah, so you see the thick fur that I think we got from the corrupted Sentret. Hello, Kimiko, welcome. So yeah, the thick fur, it's going to boost defense and special by a lot, but actually reduce speed by 4. And you see the 3 at the end of the description. This is actually a tier 3 item, not a tier 1 item like all the rest I have. For now, I've just noticed that Sentret is really slow already, so I'm going to give it one of these feathers. And hopefully that lets it attack, at least sometimes. And yeah, we're still going uphill. We make a shortcut for ourselves, talk to this sort of strong-looking guy. And yeah, see, anyone can push it down a hill. See, why didn't you do it then? That's what I'm hoping. We always want to explore in this game, like any RPG. There are often items just sort of laying around, which is what you'd expect from a Pokemon game. Another thing is that there are often corrupted Pokemon just sort of hanging around. You do want to catch them all, after all, so... you wanted to watch me do it. I honestly don't really know what to think about that. So yep, here's another Pokemon, just sort of hanging out, and there might be something a little different. Yep, it's a corrupted Pidgey. I do always like this game. Definitely fun music. These are sort of the mini boss fights of the game. They're certainly stronger, have a lot more HP at least than normal Pokemon. At this point, Jolteon can take most of them out pretty easily. And then there's also the mechanic of evolving. I think they usually do it when they're below like a quarter HP. Yeah, see, but they only evolve on their turn. So that actually did take the Pidgeotto's turn now. It's spending a lot of time using status moves instead of what it should be doing, which is attacking. So, let's see. Yeah, and sometimes, like that time, it just skipped its turn, which I don't really know why it did that. Yeah, see, and luckily Gust is still not very effective, so still pretty easy. 450 experience points, $500, and we got Bird Wings, which I don't really want to think about too much. But yeah, we got Pidgey. Again, as always, name suggestions are welcome. While I carefully try to count pixels. Oh, and I forgot to actually. See, I have a very interesting thing going on with the overlay. It's a paint document, and I did put the Sentret in the paint document, but I forgot to save the paint document. So, come on, save. Please don't do this to me, OBS. Please. There we go. I'm a professional streamer. I can make overlay. Okay. I keep mixing up Z and X. But yeah, that's a fine name. I doubt Pigeon will be on the team for too long because it is a Pidgey after all. But, we'll have to see. Oh, it's a strange glitch, to be sure. Things are looking a little more modern there. I wonder why that's happening. I guess we'll just have to find out. But yeah, actually, I'm just gonna spam the stream in another place or two because who doesn't like to have a stream spammed everywhere? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we're moving on. We're moving to Route 2. We can open up this path that we saw earlier, so now path no longer blocked. I don't know if there was actually an X here earlier, but yeah, so we can now go south to north in the future. And yeah, keep going up. We have a soft berry, which, if you know anything about Final Fantasy, a soft cures stone. So here it's a little different. We have paralysis instead of stone. But yeah, maybe that'll be an issue in the future. Who knows? But yeah, so something about Pidgeys in this game. This game certainly likes its Pidgeys. I actually like the Pidgey sprites and back sprites from second gen. It's very dynamic. You can actually see it flying. So we found a mega potion, recovers. Yeah, the encounter is sort of weird. You can see the encounter technically is taking place outside the tall grass, but yeah. But yeah, I like the Pidgey backspray, very dynamic. But yeah, you see there's something going on over here. Unfortunately, we still can't cut this tree, but I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. And yeah, for the first time we have trainers in the overworld. We have a Vulpix, which is very cute, of course. But yeah, I didn't even see what that actually was. Always focus on the weak one first. Sorry, Centra. But yeah, reducing something to 4-on-1 instead of 4-on-2 makes it even more unfair. So yeah, you see now Bullseye has flinched because Vulpix hit a quick attack. So you see, actually that flinch wore off very quickly. I might change it to real-time battle soon, just because, yeah, you see the flinch bar is not going up for a second. But I think what might be going on is the flinch is actually counting real-time. So while I am selecting moves and the time bars are frozen because that's the mode I have it on, the flinch is actually wearing off. So that is a bit unfair. I might change it back to time battle soon once I'm done sort of explaining things. I have been spending a lot of time explaining things, I know. There are a lot of things to explain in this game. My friends and I went exploring Resting Falls, but a crazy Zubat attacked us. We all scattered in different directions. I managed to find my way out, but I didn't see my friends escape. Can you find them? You would be mean to say no. How can you turn down a side quest? No one can turn down a side quest. Yeah, gotta look for items. I don't know if she's a friend up there. No, she might be. Thick Blood. That's a very interesting item. Gotta remember to feed the Pidgey. Let's give it a beak. Giving it bird wings. I mean, the wings actually came from Pidgey, so you know, it's not a bad thing. This is also another tier 3 item and a very powerful item because it gives plus 20 speed. I know it sounds mean. I'm not sure I really want to give it to Pidgey because Pidgey is, you know, it's Pidgey. Yeah, sorry Pidgey. Maybe next time. Actually, while Bullseye is in the party, I think I'll give it to Bullseye just because Bullseye is so slow, and increasing the speed for a slow Pokemon will matter more than increasing it for a fast Pokemon. And because Rita is technically weak to poison, I'll give it the Thick Blood. Give her the Thick Blood. Yeah, another interesting thing, I think the encounter tables are shared between multiple routes, because I think I've seen a lot of Nidoran females. Focus Centers are great. These are the same people that were in the other Focus Center. So yeah, actually if I go to the PC, you know, the box is not in the PC, the options are. And then something called Man Export is, which is something we'll learn more about later. Sorry, I'm trying to, yeah, this monitor actually gives us information. So I'm Chapter 1, Rank 3, which I don't know how you get ranks. I have 6 Pokemon, 11 Pokedex entries, and yep, actually, I never looked at my trainer ID. I think I'll do that. So yep, named Kiyuki, rank 3, I guess. It's pretty much all the same information. Wins 27 out of 37, I guess running counts as not winning, so maybe I should stop running away. Trophies, points, that's the achievement system. And yeah, we're gonna heal up. Let's actually see if we have anything interesting to refine. So yeah, we're moving up the potion tree. We actually, a Mega Elixir fully heals the whole party, but we need 5 elixirs for that. Yeah, so 3 ethers makes a super ether, 3 super ethers makes an X ether, 3 X ethers makes an ether wave, 5 ether waves makes an elixir, and again 5 elixirs makes a mega elixir. So we got a lot of crafting to do if we want to get up that high. We can also refine a Mega Elixir into 4 Summon Stones. I actually don't know how summoning works in this game. I've never gotten to that point before, so that'll be very interesting. We have stuff like the Fool Phoenix, the Phoenix Pinion, and then the Summon Stone on top of that. So we got a lot of stuff to do. I'm curious if we can refine any of our junk yet. Let's see. I don't know why this... Oh, because we have a Poison Barb, but it's equipped, so we can't actually refine it right now. Yeah, I don't actually know how summons work in this game. I haven't gotten that far before, so that'll be something something to find out later. Yeah, fire. Yeah, probably poison is where we have the most, I would think. So yeah, 3 poison barbs makes a biosludge, 2 thick bloods makes an injection, which gives 50% poison resistance. Then 2 injections makes an antibody, 2 antibodies makes an immunity. We're going way up the crafting tree. There's even a dragon crafting tree. We got reptile skulls makes a dragon claw. Dragon claws makes a dragon ball. That's a very, very interesting item to have. We can craft all the way to an outrage, which has 350 power. So some pretty powerful moves in this game, but not stuff we're gonna have to worry about yet. Oh, hey, punk! Oh, it's Silver again. You're a hard guy to track. There's only one way to go. I mean, come on. Well, he's been training, so good for him. Yeah, I was the one that told. Yeah, Silver is an interesting guy. Sort of based on how he is canonically, but a little more delusional. But either way, we know what's going to happen. There's going to be a battle. His Pokemon are stronger now. He's going to win this time. Soon, you say? Well, I mean, I guess that's technically true. The real question is there anything else beyond that? And that's a question we're going to have to answer. Yeah, so Sand Attack has 50% chance of hitting, I suppose. And yeah, you see, this is the challenge mode. I think that might actually be a new thing, too. You see that his Pokemon are pretty high level. I mean, you know, I haven't been doing much training, but at the same time, you know, his... okay, I'm going to actually change to Jolteon. He is decently high level, and, you know, but the thing is, for one thing, it's still 4 on 3. For another thing, I still have Eevee, who is very powerful. And, yeah, Sand Attack is pretty good. It hits everyone. It's 50% chance to blind, and blind basically turns off your attacking moves for a little bit. So, I mean, honestly, Sand Attack is not bad in the normal games either. You know, it basically makes opponents' moves miss a third of the time, the first time you use it, which is pretty good. It's just people don't use it in competitive because competitive people hate relying on accuracy, and you don't use it during the game because it's just annoying, and during the game you want to you know, win with attacks, not with accuracy. So yeah, you lost to me again. I got new Pokemon, I got a gym badge. He has one too. I wonder how he got it. What's a gym leader? I mean, of course, the ironic thing is he could have easily beat Falkner with that team. He just, you know, he didn't. I need to train more. I need to get stronger. I need more power. Maybe I'll go beat the so-called gym leader this time. Yeah, it's good battle experience. We'll meet again. And next time, I will beat you. Okay, yeah, playing Silver is over-dramatic is definitely much better. Okay, see that little flash? We are poisoned. Pigeon is poisoned, and I guess in this game, poison still operates in the overworld. I mean, I assume he, like, wouldn't wear the badge, you know, that would be sort of weird, and He would just probably have another one. Maybe he'd sell it or something. Okay, yep, we're in Rusting Falls. We're on floor 2. Of course, because it's a cave, we can run into a wild Pokemon at any time. No, actually, Annie, in around, I think it's 6th gen, which was a while ago at this point, Poison doesn't do anything in the overworld anymore. Or am I thinking of Burn? No, Poison doesn't do anything in the overworld anymore. They did change that at some point. I'm sure they did. I mean, yeah, you know, it annoyed me too a little bit, but at the same time, it didn't really mean anything in the first place. So once you're past, you know, it just means you go back to a Pokemon Center. It doesn't really change anything. It's not like you're, you know, you have to get through a certain area and the Poison is going to cause a challenge in the game. It's just, it's more annoying than anything else is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Hard Head. It looks like that's another resistance item. 25% resistant to instant death status. We probably won't be encountering that at this point in the game, but I guess we might as well equip it. Now we have a choice whether to go up or down. Now, it's silly to ask chat, but I am going to ask chat for the sole reason that I am hungry, so I'm going to go get a snack. And if anyone has any particular desires to whether I should go up or down, then sure. No strong opinions on up or down. Okay. Well, since it's sitting around the 2nd floor, I will start by going down. And didn't I just say I was going to change to Vaporeon? Let's actually do that. Yeah, well, that is across the water, and we obviously don't have Surf. But let's talk to this guy. Oh, he's one of Bobby's friends. So, yep, take the ladder up and head west to the exit. That was easy. It makes me sort of wonder how he couldn't find his way out on his own. But anyway. We're out here. We are with a Nidoran female. So yeah, this hopefully shouldn't be too hard. We're just going to beat it into submission pretty much. Let's give it a growl just in case. A little quick attack. Tail Whip again lowers special. And most of our attacks are physical. Well, that evolved pretty quickly, so now we have a Nidorina. It's mildly working. Just mildly working. But again, it's 4 on 1, so it should be okay. We should be okay. And going on the Pokedex, I mean, actually I'll use, oh, it's Fletch, that's nice. Although Flinch probably works the same way. So yeah, it has high other stats, but doesn't have high attack, so I think these battles are still supposed to be pretty easy. Yeah, I think Flinch doesn't really work with the mode I have it in. I'll change it at some point, probably once I'm done with these goldfish. Yeah, Armor, Hide, and Vaporeon level 11. Okay. We have, yeah, so, I don't know why it didn't say that for the other ones, but yeah, you always get the base form even if it evolves during the battle. Yeah, it evolved. The other ones evolved too. They evolved much later in the battle, or maybe you weren't here at that point. But yeah, the corrupted Pokemon always evolve during the battle. But yeah, so we got Nidoran, and it is a Nidoran female. Let's see, I can try to think of a name. I mean, I could just call it Rena or something silly like that. Mimi? Yeah, that's better than what I thought of. So. So yeah, that adds that to the Pokedex. Well, we were already at the hard decision part. Man, I'm so used to the recent games where you can switch at any time, which is nice. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Bullseye or Pigeon are very long for this team, but I mean, it's not like a Nidoran is that much different. So yep, we continue. There's a Geodude. And yeah, actually, the Pokemon you saw before you got the Pokedex don't go into the Pokedex, which I think is different from official games, and makes sense, you know. The Pokedex wasn't able to scan them, but just sort of interesting. So yeah, over here you have a Rock Smash Rock, behind which is a Wooper. Of course, we can't do that yet, but we'll get you one day, Wooper. And this Geodude is actually just a normal Geodude, but it is harassing this poor boy for some reason. And yeah, that didn't take too long. Yeah, I actually like Wooper, and I used a Paldean Wooper, or we used a Paldean Wooper to beat Violet. It was in our team pretty much the whole way. So, Wooper is cool. We'll come back and get it one day, don't worry. So yeah, this is a pretty complicated cave. There are a couple exits and re-entrances. We're now up to floor number 4, and we're going to be facing this guy who has three Geodudes. Luckily, we have one Vaporeon, and one Vaporeon beats 3 Geodudes. I think it was in some generations that Geodude has both Harden and Defense Curl. I think at least one Pokemon had both, which was always sort of weird to me. I mean, I guess, you know, it makes sense that Geodude could Harden as well, but that wasn't hard. We got a couple of dense stones. We got another level. It looks like my Geodudes crumbled under the pressure. Ah ha ha ha. Not really. Yeah. This game has a sense of humor, that's for sure. And yeah, we can push this boulder down, open up the shortcut. Actually, let's heal up since we're out here. Heal up and... Yeah, so you see it's using some of the original sprites. You know, these are all original gold silver sprites, but then this Chikorita, which looks more like a bay leaf, is a new one, and then the Eevee ones are too. So do I want Nidoran? Well, what does Nini have, actually? Let me swap it just for a sec to see what kind of stats it has. I'm just curious. So it's poison, which, I mean, poison doesn't do very much. Why can I not see what moves it has? Can I really? Oh, attack. Okay. Yeah, it just has Scratch, Growl, and Tail Whip. I mean, honestly, I think I'd rather keep Centric for now. Sorry, Nini. Maybe one day. And there is actually a way to get XP for your other Pokemon, but that will come later. So 4th floor, another trainer. Yeah, what gives you execute? Definitely an interesting interpretation of execute. Quick, yeah, and see Leech Seed, you know, again, because they don't have the Leech Seed status, and it's sort of an Absorb All, which, you know, it is what it is. Well, actually, Leech Seed seems to recover a pretty decent amount of HP for that execute. Now, one thing about this game that can be sort of frustrating is that you can see all these wild Pokemon, but again, since there are no Pokeballs, you can't actually use them. You are sort of restricted to a very limited set of Pokemon. Oh, Mega Phoenix. That, as you remember, is a very advanced item. Yeah, Pink Egg. Covers 100 HP. The Mega Phoenix revives the whole team with 40% HP, so pretty good. What the? Normal encounter? You, dude, you made a big mistake. There it is again. Trainer tips, save your game often. They're really hyping this up. But you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna save. Seriously. Oh, there's something flying above. It's just a corrupted Zubat. Come on. Miss. So Zubat is poison type. Poison powder might actually still work. I don't know if that mechanic is implemented in this game. I'm gonna Helping Hand, because Helping Hand helps everyone. Please blind it, yeah. Now, it says that Sand Attack hits 50% of the time. To me, it sure seems like a lot less than that. But, you know, maybe that's just... We all have our confirmation bias. And yep, it evolved into a Golbat. It's a pretty big Golbat. Confuse Ray. And they confused two of them. Yeah, Poison Powder missed. I don't know if they have, Confusion. They just sort of like attack themselves or each other instead of doing anything else. No, it says Golbat at the bottom left. It's definitely Golbat. It's just a corrupted Golbat. Yeah, and luckily, it's corrupted, Annie. That's the whole point. Luckily, the AI really spreads its attacks between your Pokemon, so it's makes it even easier than it would be otherwise. Yeah, so Zubat. Let's see. Zuzu would be too much. Maybe something like Bazoo? It's not a bad name. I know it's just sort of reversing the name, but I like it. Bazoo. Now Bazoo I think I might actually use because they're at the other entrance. Because I mean, yeah, Phoenix Down. There are still sort of items, you know, in like places like rocks, not just the black spots. But oh, another glitch. What's going on? Don't turn off the game. What the hell was that? Yep, stuff is definitely happening. Stuff is definitely happening. Okay, so the name tag is an interesting item. It lets you rename your Pokemon. I think it's one-time use only though, so better come up with the right names. Okay, so this is a very interesting place. I'm actually going to go back and two things turn in the quest. Is one. The other thing is switch out one of the Pokemon, not both. Hey, thanks. So, yep, Bobby found all his friends. We got Swift. We got $500. Pretty good money. Yeah, this game, it does get a little weird. Some weird stuff is gonna happen, but you know, it'll be fun. Everyone will have a good time. So yeah, sorry Pigeon. I think we want, you know, Eevee gets some interesting moves, and it's fast, relatively nice. Have you played this game before? I thought you hadn't played this, or maybe you're just assuming, which is probably a safe assumption to make. But yeah, we're gonna keep going, and yeah, I'm pretty sure some weird stuff is about to happen. So yep, we are. Yeah, so we do have to actually go through the forest in order to get to Reevis Town. There's a black square. Why is that there? The music has turned off. Is it a glitch? Everything is silent. A Pokeball? It teleported. There it goes again. Annie, you played this before, right? Yeah, stuff is definitely happening. Something is happening. This isn't that. I thought you got this far. Maybe not. Yeah, things are definitely getting weird. And it looks like we've reached the end. Kiyuki. My name is M. I am a hypervisor. I need your help. Whoa, where am I? Hello, Kiyuki. My name is M. Welcome to the upper coding. That thing talking to me? Kiyuki, your reality is not what you think it is. The world you live in is simply an illusion. What? Your world is made of ones and zeros. It's a world that is controlled by beings called hypervisors. Hyper what? They are mythical beings that most people are unaware of. Hypervisors have incredible power. They can shape the entire world as they see fit. There are 6 of them, of us. I am one of the hypervisors. You look confused. Ask a question if you wish. So you might notice that the platform we're standing on is actually shaped like a missing note as well. So I thought that was a nice touch. Yeah, so a few errors in this game, but yeah, so this is M. She's one of the hypervisors, and you noticed, you can probably assume those other 5 people were the other hypervisors, but she seems to be helping us for some reason. I have a gift which needs to be used. Brace myself. I don't even... We're somewhere else. It looks very updated, and that didn't work. That didn't work. I would say the game is perhaps still under development, if you know what I mean. Come on, Jolteon. Yeah, the following code is a bit wonky sometimes. We have this lovely little tune. I think there is a hidden item around here somewhere. Private void, enter house. Map A equals new map. Hero X equals map A dot spawn X. Hero Y equals map A dot spawn Y. Private void signboard. Show message, this dot message. What the? This place looks like my hometown. But the style is a little different. Just a little different. I'm just taking a screenshot. I think this is funny. Yeah, I think there is is actually, yeah, there's a something here. It's another name tag. Okay. Yeah, this actually isn't a maze, I don't think. There probably will be mazes later, don't worry, but this is the basics. Under construction. No, yeah, we're not quite there yet. Rare candy. Yeah, so we got some pretty good glitchy items. But yeah, you can see that there's a flower under a fence. But yeah, you can see there is a new world that is under construction. This is my human form. Hypervisors are powerful beings. I have brought you here, the upper coning, because I need your help. But the first thing I will explain is the nature of a generation. A generation is the current state of the game world. We are currently in the second generation of this world. The second generation started 2 years ago. This is what the first generation looked like. The world was fully black and white. It was quite small and contained only 151 Pokemon. A few years ago, we updated the world to the second generation. It should look familiar since it's the current generation. When we upgraded the world, color and 100 new Pokemon are added. But our leader, the hypervisor called Zero, wants a new generation. The third generation. As you can see, the graphics have gotten a major overhaul. Over 100 new Pokemon have also been created, which will be added to the game. It is to be an unprecedented upgrade. But because of all the new changes, the current data structure is incompatible. Incompatible? It can't be reused. All the old data will be deleted and replaced with a new data structure. That means the world as you know it, every place, every person, every Pokemon will be deleted. A cleansing. A reboot. An apocalypse. You're kidding, right? I can assure you that I am very serious. Preparations are almost complete. In less than 25 days, the replacement of this generation will start. 25 days? Why are you telling me this? Because I need your help. I don't share Zero's desire for a new generation that requires such a sacrifice. I have a plan, but it cannot work without your participation. So will you aid me in stopping the destruction of your world? I want to say no. I mean, I sort of wonder if, they'd cause the game over, but no, I'll say yes. Yeah, okay, it's not that I have much of a choice. That is the answer I had hoped for. Once I complete preparations, I will give you further instructions. In the meantime, continue on your quest to win all the gym badges. They will be useful in the future. Oh, okay. We will meet again in due time. I like I think it's an intentional reference to how, the gap between the second and third generations of the Pokemon games was the only time when they were actually fully incompatible. Which, yeah, was definitely annoying. And, I mean, they would need a piece of physical hardware to fix it, but it wouldn't be the first time. So, it would be nice if they did that. But, yeah, out of all the hypervisors, seems to be helping us for some reason. Chapter 2, Through the Looking Glass. And yeah, it's funny how sometimes collecting the gym badges while saving the world is something that always seems to happen. Yep, another Metal Gear Solid reference. We have the phone. Hello. Huh? Is that Yuki? Since when did you start working at the asylum? The asylum? Whoops, looks like I called the wrong number. In any case, how have you been? I've been better. I'm only a humble genius, but it sounds like something is troubling you. You wouldn't know anything about hypervisors, would you? Hypervisors? Yeah, I ran into one. I need more details, but using telecommunications isn't appropriate. I suggest we meet in Arbor City. Arbor City? Okay, I'll meet you there. It's to the northeast of your current location. Use your map if you get lost. So, you know the sound and the layout, that was all a Metal Gear Solid reference. There have been a couple. the alert sound. I mean, I'm sure you knew that, but Annie pointed out a couple others too. And we get the Tetra Element Fire for Flareon. Oak, I mean, I think you can see that Oak in this game knows a lot more than he's supposed to say the least. So yep, we're not quite out of the glitch yet. But yep, we're back to normal Route 3, and the glitch is gone. This is what it's supposed to look like. Flareon is cute, and actually, since it looks like there's a lot of grass types around here, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Flareon. So yeah, Zubat, or Bazoo, gets a few different moves. Astonish flinches, which is good. Leech Life, unfortunately not the new super powerful Leech Life. And Supersonic, which hits everyone, so that's pretty nice. And you see Bazoo's bar actually goes pretty fast. Looks like maybe even faster than Flareon. High Potion, nice. Okay, so there's a Bellsprout, a corrupted Bellsprout. With, yeah, this should not be too hard. Yep, and you see it immediately attacks itself. Yeah, even Flareon is pretty fast. The main slow one is going to be Vaporeon, and of course, Eevee, there's really no reason to use, honestly. But I think there is later. I haven't gotten to that point, so I may be wrong. But I do think at some point later they do give you a reason to use Eevee. And yep, Weepin' Bell, very similar. Weepin' Bell and Victory Bell are cool designs. It's sort of sad that they're almost never actually used in anything. I feel like I never see them. And yeah, you see Wrap actually flinches, which is sort of appropriate, I guess. Stun Spore. Missed everyone. I swear the 50% moves hit a lot less than 50%. But yeah, we got a Bellsprout. I really don't think we need to use Bellsprout when we already have Rita in the team, so I'm just going to pass. Sorry, Bellsprout, you are not coming out of the PC. It is actually pretty tough. I mean, compared to like the Pokemon we were one-shotting earlier. I mean, it's only level 7, but it can survive a couple embers. And yeah, I do think it's sort of weird that they changed Leech Life as much as they did. I mean, I think the idea is that this, you know, if you think about what it is, I mean, it's like a bat or something biting you and sucking blood out, and that should be sort of powerful. Okay, bye Annie. I'm probably not going to stay here for too much longer. Did that just... I think, yeah, the map moved around. I don't think that's intentional. I think that is actually a bug. I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer. It is a bit tiring, and I haven't streamed in a long time. I was maybe hoping one or two other people would come, but, you know, that's how streaming is sometimes. And, you know, maybe this isn't the best time for everyone. So yeah, can I even get to the actual forest from here, or was that all... Nope, that was all just an illusion. I cannot... You can't even get to the actual forest from here. I never know, like... In terms of beating wild Pokemon, I never want to, like, over-level and get to a point where the game is easy. But, you know, I feel like the game intends for you to do it at least a little bit, so... It's always hard for me to do that balance, especially when I'm, like, wandering around trying to find hidden items and whatever. Certainly a lot easier when I remember to mash that key, because at this point my team is strong enough where I can take out most wild Pokemon before they can attack, so that makes things a lot easier. And yeah, it's actually a very short walk to Grievous Town, and it's the smallest town in the land. Let's try the Pokemon again. Yeah, see, in all the Pokeballs and Pokebarts, people say the same things over and over again. Is there a new sale going on? We have a pack of 2 Phoenix Downs, 1/3 off. See, those I might actually need, and I have a lot of money at this point, so I'll just grab it. Any new items? We now have antidotes, and we already picked up 3 of those, so you know what? I don't really need any more antidotes. Yeah, strangely enough, most of the money in this game comes from the corrupted Pokemon, and once you start finding a lot of those, yeah, you get money pretty quickly. Oh, Slifco. Is it Silphco or Slifco? I always mix it up, and I already skipped past it before I can fully read it. Fossil sightings. Ooh, fossils. He's both afraid of the dark and claustrophobic. Not a good idea. Yeah, so we're gonna get another side quest. Do we not get one of the fossil Pokemon? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that easy. I'm guessing this is Mount Atlas. We got another house for sale. Prices have gone up to $100. Still pretty reasonable. So you know, it's as much as a potion. So yep, now we have 3 places of fast travel if we ever need to backtrack. And yeah. Grievous Town. Oak said, yeah, go to Arbor Town. So we are actually going to have to go through the forest. Because I don't think we can go... we can go to the left a little bit. But it's going to end pretty soon, I think. And yeah, actually what this is, it's ledges that go all the way around the lake. So yeah, anything going on in here? Oh, well, he's not hiding very well. And we got a defense up and a speed up, so that's something. He's going to Arbor City. Apricot candy? I have no idea what you're blabbering about. They're great treats that I sell to passing trainers. I make them out of apricots that I find in the forest. My fur usually protects me from the wild Pokemon in the forest, but he got injured. Until my fur heals up, I can't make any more apricot candy. If you were to find apricots in the forest for me, I could make some apricot candy again. I would be most appreciative. Sure, let's do that too. You always got to do all the side quests. I mean, come on. Orange balls and the forest. Okay. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. I'm feeling a little tired, and I think it's probably a good time to stop. You know, there's a lot more stuff to do after this. Let's just check the quest log. We're up to 5 Pokemon, but not 10. It looks like we can actually obtain 201 Pokemon, which is an interesting number. Pokedex, we have 20 Pokemon. Okay, there's a corrupted Weedle somewhere that we appear to have missed, so I might go back and look for that. Some of the names are fun. Looks like we're gonna... All glory to the Hypnotoad at some point. Yeah, the side quests, the Salesman quest, I do not remember that one either, so it looks like we might have missed a couple. And then you see these quests are ones we have started, so they're highlighted. But the Salesman quest we might have missed, so we're definitely going to go back and do that. More item refining, we got the 3 stories, we got the 1 gym, and yeah, that is the current progress. But yeah, for right now, I think I'm going to save and come back later. So thank you to everyone who came. I haven't streamed in a long time, but it was fun. Looks like I had 5 or 6 people here for most of it, so that was nice. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I was able to play this game and that it's done. And let's see. I don't think raiding was even a thing when I last did this, but I don't think there's no friends. No friends I have streaming anyway. So I'm just gonna stop for now. Thank you, everyone who's still here. I'll hope to do this again soon. Goodbye.